Hello juniors, and welcome back to Computer Systems and Programming, Release 1. For this release, which is due 10/16 or October 16th, which is a Wednesday, so plan your schedules accordingly, is your Scratch final game. So you've worked on your tutorials, you know how to use Scratch, you've made your Scratch plan, so you know what you want to create. Now it's just your job to create the game. It's a really big job, so we give you this whole release to just work on that. So why don't we take a look at Canvas. So on Canvas in our release 1, we have our start here, which is the video you're watching currently. Then we have the presentation that I was just on that you can take a look at if you needed to. And then we have our Scratch final game activity prompt. So on this page, this is where you'll be submitting the link to your Scratch game. So you'll be submitting a shared link of your Scratch game project page. So you have to make sure that you click the share button on your game and that you go out of the editor and you go to the project page, fill in the instructions and the credits, and then share that page with me simply by highlighting the link in your URL and submitting that on here. Then if you want to see more instructions, we have the activity prompt. If you're not signed into your Whisk account, you'll have to switch to that account, because otherwise you will not have access to this document. But then once you get into the activity prompt, it'll give you all the requirements and what to do for your final game. So on here, 10 points for your completed Scratch game. The completion is based on submission to Canvas. If it runs, it is in fact a game. Does it have a beginning and an end? So can you start the game with the click of a button, and can you end the game by completing some sort of task? And does it have instructions to the game and credits to yourself? Then on the bottom, it gives you the submission instructions as well. So you should submit a shared link of the final Scratch game to Canvas. And then up here, it also tells you to make sure to add instructions to your project page. So, are there any questions?
If I did my Scratch plan and I want to change what I decided to do on that document and make a different game altogether, is that okay to do?
Yeah, so if you're making a completely different game, just reach out to me and let's check on it, make sure it's appropriate and it's something that you can make. But otherwise, if you're just making small tweaks to your game, just feel free to do that. If you can't put a Photoshop monster in there and you have to draw one in Scratch, that's fine. The small tweaks, it's completely up to you. That's your creative license. But the big ones, just double check with me, and then I'll let you know, yes, that's fine, or no, you should go a different route.
If I'm making my game and I get stuck on how to do something, are you available, or do you think there are tutorials that I could find on Scratch to help me?
Yep, so you did just do those 6 tutorials for Scratch. There are more available, as well as tutorials on YouTube and tutorials on lynda.com, I think. But if all else fails, you can't reach out to your friends, the videos are making no sense, the tutorials on Scratch are making no sense, you can always feel free to reach out to me and let me know any questions you have, or you can come to our live streams where we can troubleshoot your problems live. All right, juniors, I will see you later.